Well, we're back at it again. I'm going to start cutting the ribs, I suppose. I got to have 72 of them. I figured out that we only lost 10 pieces on that order of wood that were unusable in the 6 to 7 pound range. So they're usable to RC guys, but not to me. So let's get busy. Get busy. Need 72 ribs. For guys who are keeping count, we're going to start with 2, 4, 9. It's about average. We lost 10. I lost 10 pieces. It's about average. I'm going to write this down, Steve. I'll give you a final tally when we're done. We got to have 72 ribs, and I got 9 pieces of 1/8 inch. Hopefully, I don't have to break into that heavy shit, and I'll have to go out to the outboard wing. But I think 9 will do it. I hope. So I need a saw and a square. There's the square. I got some wax paper so we can build the stabilizer. I might have quite a bit of this airplane done today. I mean, they're so simple. They're just so simple. For you guys wanting to build an airplane, this is a super easy airplane to build. Just a lot of work. We're not going to make the mistake of having built up flaps this time, because that flap twisted. We're going to have solid prep. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Takes 4 for the sheeting, 5, 6 on the sheeting, 6 probably 10 or so, 10 or 11. There's more wood in a D-tube than there is in an I-beam, except they're using 16th and I'm using 8th for ribs. This is 5/8, so these are outboard 5.8, 6.2, 5/8. Outboard 6.2 outboard 5/8, 5/8, 6.2. Let's cut the inboards. We need 72. We need 30. I don't know if we'll get it out of this or not. I gotta use what I got though. You don't need the ribs to be too punky because they'll break. So you want them with a little. Well, there's not something good. Shit, it's a wind check. Look at that big crack right there. Okay, I'll have to fix that right away. So we lost a little bit there. A big Cricola. I got about another day working on that bench in there. I think Steve wants to come over this week, so we'll start his project this week. So I need to get rid of that crack. Might only get like 3 ribs out of this piece. Yeah, we'll get more than that, 4. Yeah. That's the plan. You'd hope so. Only 71 left. $70. This is once this is done, yeah, and it'll go real fast. Then build a fuselage and boom, you're done. About a week to frame this up. So I got 4 ribs out of that piece. So that means we're going to get 6 ribs out of each length. And don't throw these pieces away. Use these for wing tips. Okay. Well, we got 2 watchers and not a whole lot of people interested in seeing another Viper. Man, this got another wind check right there. Shit. Cut it off this end, I guess. Man, what a bummer. So, just got to make do with what I got. Get 15 ribs out of each sheet, it looks like. I might have to dig into that heavier stuff. And like I say, it's not a deal killer. It's just over what I like, you know. I'd like it to all be 3-pound wood, but that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Hey guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and super chat when you can. We have 0 revenue for this month, so every month is a battle. We got to start out from 0. And Steve, I didn't make it to the post office. I had the tube in my hand. It's all made out and ready to go. And walked out the door to take her to the license office. I won't show addresses. And forgot the tube. I had to go to the bathroom. I set it down on the back of the toilet and walked out the door. So I have to do it tomorrow. Yep. And I'll send Craig a package tomorrow too. Going out backwards. See, normally I just sit and watch TV and do this. We'll get to see what a rib set weighs. I bet it's about 2 ounces. 1 3/4 ounces. I've already cut the center ribs. They have to be done on a jigsaw. This build is 3 days old. I bet it doesn't take me as long to build this one as it did the last one. It might take longer to finish it because I want to do a lighter, nicer finish. So there won't be no primer, so that means more sanding. Just got another roll of sandpaper in today from, oh, was it yesterday? You know, I got Steve coming over here and he's gonna need sandpaper and I need sandpaper. This is the new 80 grit, blue instead of gold. This is Body Shop stuff, $50. Right here is $150 worth of sandpaper. See, that's something that you guys don't take into account when you're building airplanes, is the accoutrement that goes with it, the sandpaper. The dope costs $300 to paint an airplane. You say, no way. Okay, well, I'm going to go through $100 worth of thinner. Figure the tissue is going to cost you $14. Of course, I think I'm going to cover this with the old K&S stuff I got. Maybe one more rib, maybe. Looks like it. Yeah, we'll get one more out of it. Close enough. Hey, Terry. Now look at that. See, that is a crack. And you don't want that in your rib at all. So it stops right there. Something got dropped on this piece or whatever. I knew Riley well. Yes, I used Riley's stuff. That's what my Thunderbolts were built out of. Riley Wooten. Lone Star Balsa. Yeah, we won't lose too much. I don't think. If I cut it right. I lost 2 ribs out of that last cracked piece. So instead of doing it like that, we'll do it like this. Yep, that'll be fine. Gotta think. Think. Yep. Another crack one away. I have a set of ribs for an impact. We could weigh a set of impact ribs as opposed to a set of Viper ribs and see what the weight difference is. Of course, now them impact ribs were laser cut. I think I got them from, oh shit, I can't even remember. But I'd venture to say they're probably heavier than this. So how many ribs we're going to get out of one sheet? I hope you guys enjoy these Viper builds. I'm going to do a Sorcerer too, like I said. A little bit smaller wing, I can use up that beam that has the wormhole in it, or the knot hole, or whatever that hole is. And it's powered by an OS-32F. It's a piped airplane that weighs 40 ounces. The last one was monocoated, so I'll probably do this one in monocoat. Monocoat wing, yeah. You can do that with small airplanes, but you best not do it with big ones. That airplane was a lot of fun to fly. John Lowry ended up with it. Somebody ended up with my Viper Superglide too. They called me once and said, I got this airplane here, Viper Superglide. Did you build that? Yeah. I can't remember who it was. Somebody in Arkansas. I think I'd like to have some aluminum templates like this. Okay, let's see how many ribs we get out of one sheet. Two. There's one. See, I missed that crack. That was no good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, because I threw 2 away. 18. So 4 sheets would be, yeah, we got just enough. If we don't screw any up. I got a few extras over there. I got a few extras on hand right here. Okay. Okay, sent last week. Sent last week. So here's 20. 3 sheets would be 60. No, 20, 40, 60. Yeah, 4 sheets. Takes 4 sheets. That gives you 80. You don't have problems with them busted pieces there. Oh, here's another. See, it's broken right there. What the hell's up with that? Man, that ain't no good. Yeah, shoot. Six, 2, 6, 2, 5, 8. Yep, just gonna have to watch that. Got 2 spots here, so we're losing some there. I have to cut them backwards. Yeah, we're not gonna lose much there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose a little bit, but whatever. It'll be fine. I got some extra ribs to take up the slack. I'm flying commercial of the time 400 worth of wood just before it burned down. Yeah. Well, that burned down the first time because the second time it burned down was in the 90s. I spent a lot of money with Riley. I really used to like Sigwood back in the 80s and 90s. It was good stuff. I really like to go to the factory and have them old ladies hand select it for me. They knew their shit. But when you deal with wood all day, I mean, I can tell a good piece from a bad piece pretty readily. What's going to be 5 pound, what's going to be over the limit. So 2 pieces and we're halfway there. Half of 72 is 35, 36, 36 ribs. What's up? Okay, we got a wind check here. Crack or whatever. I used to make these out of 3/32, but I have found that the 1/8 inch is better. It gives you more surface area when you cover. The finish comes out nicer. It's not so sharp. I need to cut a couple tip plates. There's the crack end right there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let me know up front, how many of you guys going to order the set of plans for this airplane? I think I got 2 firm commitments. Got Tony Dallas working on build DVDs. Got Steve working on some CAD plans if I ever get off my butt and send him that too. I was going to do it today. Shit, life gets in the way. I'll do it first thing in the morning before I come online. I was already home before I realized, oh shit, I forgot the tube. How many of you guys yield the left away? You live in St. Louis, you better watch out for people who yield the left away or think they have the left of the road. Stop sign? Shit, that's just a suggestion. Joe Gilbert called me today and asked me what I thought about honing silver. Hey, Marcel, honing the cylinders in his Chipmunk. How much should it cost? I guess he's got a guy there in Tulsa who's going to hone them up. And he's going to pay him regardless. He didn't want nothing for doing it. He asked how much I would charge. Well, we don't have. That's good enough. If it says airplane or boat, the price doubles. Of course, if it says Harley Davidson, the price doubles too. We should have enough for the inboard wing now. I think I'm going to use those longer ones instead of these. We'll use the 6-pound wood on the fuselage. We ain't going to use much of that. Cut it away. Yeah, spare ribs for lunch, you bet. I gotta have the mate for this airplane for next year. And unfortunately, I'm not flying the Nats. I'm judging. Hey, Annie. And Jeff, Annie. All right. I think that's 3. Like I say, it builds so easy. You can build this airplane in a week, and that's cutting all the parts out and everything. That's 40 hours. So if you want to take a month, it's hour a day, you can do that too. It's not how I roll, but I don't know if that's Jeff or Annie, but did Annie look at my sign painting? She's the art teacher. I don't like that. That rib didn't come out perfect. What's the story? One thing I forgot to do, Jeff, in that set of plans, I should have put, maybe I'll cut that open and draw this jig out. Because people who've never built an I-beam might have trouble figuring out this jig. And it makes it so much easier. You don't have to think, just sit here and slice. So that's 40. I need 2 more sheets. Yeah, I want people to be successful making this. If you never built an I-beam and you try to build this and you don't know what this jig does or how it works, you know, don't even know what it looks like. It's very simple, but a lot of people have a hard time grasping some of this stuff. Okay, 1 or 2, maybe 2. So, let's see. That was 20 there. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. I got 35 ribs. I cut 35 ribs in 39 minutes. About an hour. About an hour to cut all the ribs. This is 1/2 of the wing. Inboard side. Like anything else, you use the lightest wood you got on the inboard side. That way you got to use less tip weight. I normally end up only with a 1/4 ounce in my tip box. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I keep thinking back on Dayton. I kind of miss Dayton. I had a good time there. Hard work though. It made it impossible to build airplanes at any speed. That's 10. 12, 14, 15, 18. That's 36. That's 18. 18. 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 1, 2, 3. 33. Half a wing, almost. 30, need 3 more ribs. Remember, I cut, I think, 90 on the last go around. Need 1 more for halfway. Do I have one? Yep. Okay, here's half a wing right here. Inboard. Let's see what they weigh and double it. And that's how much the ribs will weigh. Hopefully. Power. $24 grams, so less than 2 ounces for oh, 0.9, so less than 2 ounces for a full set of ribs. Let's go get a impact set and see what they weigh. Pretty light. Of course, it's not as big a wing. Yeah, these are lighter. Maybe this is an impact. .7 on that. These are going to weigh about the same. One ounce, yeah, 2 ounces. Yeah, they're about the same. But this was really good wood. Really good wood. But I don't like the wing. It's not as big as my wing either. My wing is that big. It's 2 inches bigger than this. Must not be an impact. I don't know what it is, I guess. Probably a SV something or other. Okay, inboard in the box. I need 36 more. That leaves 2 left over. Inboard in the box. And so we need 2 sheets. We need the 2 lightest of these. That one and that one. Nope. Here's a 5/8. 5/8 be these 2. So we got it. We got it with all 5-pound wood. This is slightly heavier. It's 5.8-pound wood, but whatever. It's what we got. Oh, it just means more sanding. Hopefully I don't have no wind checks in this stuff. Doesn't look like it. It don't look like it. That ain't the pen. Here's the pen. 13 watchers to watch me cut ribs. Hope you guys are sanding or something. Now there's probably a faster way to do this. I don't know what it is, but there's probably a faster way. But this is not too bad. Hour for a set of ribs. I don't think you'd got a set of ribs for a lost bone jig in an hour. I think it usually takes me a couple of days. Couple of days. For you guys who want to donate to the Air Force Museum, please do so, but beware. Do not give them your address. They will bomb you with junk mail. It's a neat place. It's a really neat place. I really like the World War I hangar. Them guys were flying big model airplanes. 1/8 inch, Jonathan. 3/8 thick, 3 pieces. 1/8 inch. See, I got the motor crutch done. All I have to do is glue it together and cut the fillers. Drill the motor. So in order to start this airplane, once I get these done, which will be tomorrow, I'll get this all done tomorrow. Get these all cut. Cut out 2 fuselage sides and 2 doublers. Glue this together and boom, build the fuselage, and we can set the beam and start framing it out. It'll take a day to frame it out. Then I got to build an elevator stabilizer. I don't know, I might work on some of the other parts before I do this other stuff. That way when I lay it all out, it'll go together bang real quick. You know, I've already built one of these this year. Second one can't take 38 days. Ain't no way. I'd be sleeping on the job. Well, tonight is Charles's night, if you can hang with that. We send over. Yeah. Enough with the sending over to the Ukraine. Let's send it to Hawaii. Them people need it. Better not talk about it, though. I'll get in trouble. Got to self-censor in today's world. Isn't that a shame? It ain't like I remember it. 60s and 70s were a completely different time. And if the kids knew today what the 60s and 70s were like, they'd be freaking out too. We were actually free then. I don't know what DEW is, but some type of laser, I think. It's all right. We get our boy back in there. He'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. That's why they don't want nobody in there to see the evidence. Just under 3 ounces horn to be added. That's a little on the heavy side, but you got what you got. I try to make them 3 ounces. I try to make them lighter than that. Like this last one was 2 1/4, I think, with the horn, with the hinges ready to cover. Now this airplane here, we might go with a solid elevator stabilizer. I don't know. Actually, built up the way that I built the last one up was pretty good. I should have built the flaps up that way too, but I didn't. I just, you know what? That's how we're going to do the flaps. We're going to do plate. I was going to do solid, but we'll do plate. Because that is a lighter way to do things. And yeah, it's a land grab, and they want that land. You know, if people actually read the Constitution, it says right in the Constitution, the U.S. government can only own 10 square miles of land in Washington, D.C., besides forts, ports, and armories. It doesn't say anything about managing land or conservation or none of that crap. It says forts, ports, and armories, 10 square miles. I don't know how it's got out of control. 2, 4, so you get 6 ribs per 6, 12, 18. Yeah, 36 out of each one. See, they quit teaching how to read to kids. So nobody knows what they're looking at. I don't know. I know I didn't share it with you guys. I want to share something with you. This was really interesting. This was in my dad's stuff. I'm cleaning the place up, so I happen to be rooting around. This is about my heritage, but what makes this interesting, this letter's from 1940, so pre-war, and it talks about guys, we were in the Union Army, our family. It's just a one paragraph letter I'll read to you. It's kind of cool. Dear Mr. Storick, I replied to your letter on November 24th. Will say I was pleased to hear from you as you think that there may be a relationship between us. You have given names of your grandfather Hiram and your father Charles, also your name Harold. Now these are spelled with only one R, while my name is spelled with 2 R's. And I knew this I knew way back as follows, and then he spells his name. I was born in Hesse, Darmstadt, Germany, and came to Pennsylvania about 1831. As near as I remember hearing them tell, in order to get this, given, I would have to get this, I would get this correct. I would have to look up family records. My mother's maiden name was Eva Margaret Seltzer, and she and my father were married in Gettysburg. The family consisted of 5 daughters and 2 sons. All of these have passed except me. I am therefore the last leaf on the tree. My father saw no military service on account of infirmities. I had many relatives by marriage in the Union Army. I have a son, William, who lives with his family adjacent to me. We are the only Storicks in the locality. Hoping the above may be hoping the above may be a satisfactory reply to your request, and that I may have the pleasure of meeting you sometime for personal conference. I remain yours sincerely, William. But this was from 1940. So my grandfather wrote that in search of his family. Our family, I knew that we came from Germany, and they dropped an R at Ellis Island. So nothing's changed. They couldn't spell back then either. Just a little history. Shit, I was hoping we were Confederates. Yeah, where did it go? There it is. That's the kind of shit that belongs in a museum, I think. Not because it's my family, it's just because it's from 1940, talking about the 1800s. You know, 1940 was only 40 years away from the, is that the 18th or, see, we're in the 21st century now. It's 20th, the 19th. It's either the 18th or 19th century. 1831, I guess it'd be the 19th century. I don't know. Around here somewhere, I got a pitcher, a water pitcher that was given to me. That my grandmother, no, great-grandmother, used to pour water out of for the people who traveled in the wagon train to go out west. They stopped by and she poured them water out of this pitcher. It's a Stafford pitcher, porcelain. It ain't worth shit, but it's kind of cool. I'll tell you what I wish I didn't sell. I had some Walt Disney wooden soldiers. They were about a foot tall. I never played with them as a kid. I had the guns, you know, the rifles and all that shit. I needed an oil tank for my motorcycle. And I sold them things for 75 bucks a piece. They're probably $500 a piece. They're in pristine condition, never played with. What I really want, and I'm looking for, two things actually in the model airplane world, is ball number 13. That was my dad's engine. Or a Wenmac T6 trainer, green, from 1960s. That was my first airplane. Someday I'll run across it that it ain't $8 million. You can get them on eBay. Man, they want lots of money for them. Wenmac. There's a neat story on YouTube about Wenmac. There's a neat story on there about Gallows. I was watching a speech on, I'll be known to my MSNBC, and watching the chat, and there's people praising the bonehead, how great he was, our withdrawal from Afghanistan, how wonderful that was. Oh yeah, it was great. People are just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Time to wake up, people. We're not gonna have a country soon. Of course, we got guys who live in the land of the Kiwi and the land of the Roo on here now. They don't care whether we have a country or not. But just remember this: America goes, so goes the world. They waited till the World War II guys all died off. They were too old to raise hell. Because the greatest generation would not be putting up with this crap. I can guarantee you that. My dad was not happy. Well, we got 11 thumbs down now. Yeah, they got called out for their BS with their hands out. Both them two could fund the whole thing by themselves. We want to buy the land. Yeah, right. They truly meant what they were talking about. They would just fund that themselves. They wouldn't ask poor people to donate money. Everybody's having a hard time. They're not. What a joke. She got called out on it. That's a good thing. I'm telling you, these guys they're asking for it, but they ain't gonna like it when they get it. It's unbelievable. That one may not be a good one. We shall see when we sand it. It may not be a good one. Yep, I got one more out of there. That's good. That worked out good. If you want a high performance airplane, this is it. As long as you keep it light. It ain't no lumber wagon like what they're flying there at the Nats. 80 ounces. Oh, it don't matter what it weighs, your ass. One more sheet and we're done cutting ribs. I got some wax paper while I was out. We can lay up a stabilizer, I guess. I think I want to grind some of this motor mount out. I'm going to take it over on the belt sander and grind this one side down to this. So we'll lighten it up even more. And that way I can raise the tank up higher. So it needs an 1/8 inch in between here. Exactly right. An 1/8 inch going this way. Then I need to mount an engine. I made this a slightly longer so I could tie this to the spar. The nice thing about an I-beam wing airplane is it's monocoque and everything touches everything. And if it ain't touching something, you don't need it. So make sure everything touches something. Otherwise, you could just cut this off and glue in 2 little blocks. Well, we've been on 1 hour and 12 minutes. I think you guys have listened to me ramble enough. I'll end the program, finish cutting these. I'll be back on about 7. We'll run till 8 o'clock. Charles will take over and do his thing. And tomorrow we'll hit it. May get it all framed up tomorrow. If I get all the parts cut tonight, we'll get it all framed tomorrow. We'll have a holding an airplane. It takes no time at all. Guess what? I need a nap. Been up since 3 o'clock. Take a little cat nap. Get up and finish cutting this stuff. A busy desk, a busy workbench is a busy mind. An empty desk is an empty mind. All right, thanks for watching. We did 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to get a snack, take a nap, finish cutting these ribs. 7 o'clock, we'll be back. All right. See you after a bit. Video number 3 coming up. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.